What's up, y'all? I know it's been a minute. Sorry for staying away so long. Just finished working out, so I'm a little tired, so I'm gonna have to make this short. Okay. Today's post is about real ownership and us being all the things that we say that we are in our songs. We say we want to be gods. We say we want to be rulers. We say that we're bosses. And if you are those things, then there's no need to beg somebody. There's no need to want from somebody. It is your responsibility to create jobs. It's your responsibility to build the houses, create the curriculums for the schools, build the schools. More than anything, protect your own people. Provide guns and nourishment and all the things that we need as a people. One of the things and one of the excuses that I hear from people is just about, how quickly it takes for things to happen. Some of us are going to have to sacrifice immediate fame for long-term stability. Give you a quick example. Kaepernick, right? Why in the fuck would someone want to go and put their life on the line for a group of people who have shown you that they don't give a fuck? There are some individuals, there are some groups of white people who care, but as a whole, white people have shown black people that they don't give a flying fuck about making you slaves, about killing your children, about putting drugs in your community, diseases in your body, shipping bad food into your community, on and on and on, creating ghettos, redlining communities and houses so you can't get in them, so forth and so on. So my thing is, we are begging the NFL to bring a man back who stands for black people as a fucking whole. Even the football players who are not standing with Kaepernick, if what Kaepernick does works, it's going to benefit your fucking children. I don't get it. We talk about Malcolm and Martin and all of these people. We have somebody in real time who are doing the things that you celebrate every fucking month or once a fucking year, once a month a year. You celebrate and you talk about all the fucking time, and you can't even support someone who is doing it in real time. So why would you want to go back to that shit? Why would black people want to continue when they are mostly the product? Most of the people that play for the NBA and the NFL are black people. So they spit directly in your face and tell you that they don't give a fuck about you or your children dying. Just nigga come run this football. And the thing is that we have no ethics and no morals. We have taught our kids, and I am part of the problem. When it comes to this, we told our children money over fucking everything. Money over the death of your children, money over your culture, money over your people. At some point, and Cat Williams actually taught me this. I went and sat and talked with Cat Williams. He said, David Banner, what a gangster's at? He said, perfect example. If there's people who still don't have fucking clean water in Michigan, over 1,000 fucking days. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a no. That it has to get to the point where some of the gangsters in our community say, no, some of this shit is gonna have to change, or we are going to do something. Fuck boycotting. Create your own. Why can't we create our own leagues? Why can't we create our own movies? And then when we do create our own movies, why don't we have different narratives? I'm sick of dope. I don't want to see no more fucking films or television shows about no fucking dope. I don't want to see no more record company fucking narratives. I don't want to see no fucking slave narratives. I'm sick of that shit. Why can't we do anything else? But the thing is we take white supremacy and use it the same way. We know what our people are addicted to. We know what our people have been subjugated to, and what they are attracted to by marketing. We have to break that shit, yo. Like, all the money that black people spend, like, why can't we get together and do what Eddie Murphy did with Harlem Nights? You feel what I'm saying? Why can't we create our own community? It goes back to what I told you. Most black people don't like being black. They have to be black, so they play along with this shit, but we don't really want true fucking change. And those people who do step out and make the changes that we are supposed to make, we don't support those people until other groups of people support them. And then by that time, they be like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all didn't hold me down. Like, this shit has to stop, man. Like, we have to fuck a NFL. Create your own shit. At the level that our people play football and fucking basketball, it wouldn't take over 5 years if every football player got together, a black football player, and said, we're going to stand for the people. And then for the bootlicking niggas who stay on the other side, then they have identified themselves, and we know not to fuck with them no more. You feel what I'm saying? Imagine if one generation of young millennials decided to all go to black colleges. It would change the whole entire fucking game. Ask your parents, when they didn't want your black ass at white colleges, ask about the secret games, especially in Florida, when the black teams would beat the white teams by over 40, 50, 60, 70 fucking points. You are the fucking product. Without you, there is nothing. You know, that's why I am so very proud. And when I say businesses, starting your own businesses, and this is no disrespect to the people who have done this. I'm not talking about the people who are the faces for white corporation and really own 2, 3, 4, 5%. That's not ownership. That's being a front man. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who are writing, who are building, who are financing their own situations. That's why I really, well, baby, we don't need networks. We got these fucking phones. It takes time. That's what I'm saying. Everybody wants to compete with white people. You don't have over 500 years of oppression and slavery. It's going to take some time. That's part of our problem too. We want to put our products up against other people's products. Fuck their products altogether. We are trying to own. It's going to take time. So that means you're going to have to go down before you go up. Don't worry about their networks. Create shit first. Or get the networks, or buy the networks, or create. I remember the running back, I don't know if he's still on the Texans or not, but I remember him saying, like fuck having your own page. Why not create your own internet, period? Like, that means that we're going to have to create something new, even if that means creating our own television system, creating our own phones. We have to create our own shit. And it's going to take time, and it's going to take sacrifice. No different than people who move over here from other countries. They stay 15 to a house until they get it right. Then when one of them pop, then 5 of them move over there, they move 5 more in. It's going to take time, but black people don't want to let go white folks' toys. And this has nothing to do with hatred of any other race. It's us. We have to stop wanting to be a child fucking race. You are the gods of this fucking earth. You can create and do whatever you want to, but we have to let go of this old shit. Wanting their fucking awards. I don't want your fucking awards. You give me an award, I take that bitch, but I don't want the motherfucker. I'm not chasing your awards. I want fucking ownership. I want to own my own shit. I want to have my own shit. I want to be able to be the person who provides, an opportunity for someone else to make films. Like, the further we go down their system, the further we are successful in their system, the more that we are dependent on them. Fuck they shiny shit. Fuck they trophies. It's not that that people shouldn't be grateful for people acknowledging them, but, you know, I give you an example of this. People used to ask me, David Banner, why do you dress up for the BET Awards. Why you be clean than a motherfucker? I said, well, whether you support BET or not, this represents black people. So why do we come to the BET Awards and act a fucking fool, tear up shit and fight? But when you go over there to they shit, you dress nice, you're tightening your ass up, you're speaking the king's language. You know what I'm saying? At some point, it's going to have to be enough. We're going to have to create our own. One of the people that I am so proud of, man, is Ice Cube. I watch Ice Cube create movies for himself, write movies for himself, create shit. Nobody really believed in his vision until he created it himself. Like, that's somebody I've secretly always looked up to. It's like, instead of waiting on somebody to cast him for a movie, he is making his own shit. But the thing is though, you all have to support. That's one of the things. Like, I heard Plies say that yesterday, or a couple days ago. He said people don't care about the labor pains. They want to see the baby, and that's true. And that's part of the problem with our community, is that we don't want to support when things are especially things that are good for us. Now, if it's some nonsense or it's some bullshit, we all on that shit. But we have to start supporting things sometimes. Not if it's a bad product. If the shit sucks, then don't fuck with it. But if it's a quality product and you see somebody is trying to do something, I remember this. I tell y'all, this is the truth. Y'all can go look at it. I have a short film on YouTube that's called Walking with Gods. And Idris Elba agreed to be in the film. I'm talking about his agents and everything was freaking the fuck out. You don't need to do this. And he told me something. He said, David Banner, he said, what you have right now is okay. He said, but that's not why I'm supporting you. He said, I'm supporting you because you had the audacity to make a superhero film. He said, that's brave, brother. He said, all the rest of the shit we can fix. And the only reason why I didn't put him in the film yet is because I said I didn't want to waste his favor. Let me get shit up to where it makes sense and it's worth him making that sacrifice for me. And I'll never forget him for that, man. He told me, he's like, David, man, it's okay. He said, it's getting there. He said, but the reason why I want to be in your film is because you had the audacity. You were brave enough to make a superhero, to make a god. And he said, I'm with you. And I'll never forget that. And I'll never forget you all for supporting the God Box. That's 100% independent. You feel what I'm saying? I paid for everything. Over $100,000. And the sad part about it is this. I tell people this all the time. Everybody always tries to go pop. Everybody always tries to pander to other races of people. If I had you, I wouldn't need them. Let's say, fuck the rest of the world. Just all the people who follow me on Facebook. I have close to 1 million followers on Facebook. These are all the people who thank me all day. These are the people who say you've changed my life, and I really support what you're doing, brother. If just the people on Facebook bought one God Box album, it would change how people looked at independent music or black music, period. Like, we would sell more than anybody if just your ass, who's looking at what I'm saying right now. It's so funny because we want everybody else when the people who are around us, who benefit from us every day, they don't even support. Think about it. If you did something to open up a business and just your fucking family or just the motherfucking people who call your fucking phone every day supported you, it would change the whole course of your business. And then you wonder why when somebody does get on or when somebody popping, they act the way that they act. They wasn't born that way. A lot of times it's your fault. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we spend the most money out of anybody else in this country, but we never spend it on ourselves. So it's going to have to get to a point where we stand in solidarity with each other. And by us standing in solidarity with each other, we can then identify the sellouts. It's hard to identify the sellouts when